Okay, there we go. We got something. Damn it. I don't need the Christmassy
Spark
stuff.
something beautiful, Kate Spade.
I don't care, Kate Spade. I only liked you with your strawberries. Alright, there we go. Okay, is it working? Is it working? Yep, there we go. Alright. And I remember to actually turn on my share screen first thing. Haha, bitch. Bitch.
Yo, 148 to the 6 to the 9, represent the ABQ. What up, bitch? Leave a tone.
Oh god, it's so bad. It's so cringy.
But shout out to anyone who gets that.
There's gotta be at least one or two.
Yeah, you know what it's from, right?
Sure.
It's from Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Because I've watched Breaking Bad.
I find that answer vague and unconvincing.
Vague and unconvincing, huh? What if I told you I've never seen Breaking Bad? Because that would also be a lie.
I don't know what's real anymore. Also, the what was I gonna say?
Is the music appropriately spoopy?
I can't hear the music. I'm always on Discord. Actually, let me hear it. I think it's appropriately spooky.
Alright, so how you doing today?
I'm doing alright. I will say, it's actually quite easy for me to join streams on Thursday nights.
Oh yeah?
Because I don't have any work today, and also all my all the rest of my friends are doing their own RPG session.
Oh, okay.
One of them's running a Overarms campaign. I don't know if you've heard of that system.
I've heard of Overarm.
The Overarms.
Oh, Overarms. I heard Oberon.
I think it's Eberron. What are you thinking of?
Now listen here, little shit.
But also, but Overarms is it's kind of like the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure system.
Yeah.
They've invited me like quite a few times to like observe and stuff, but I haven't gotten it. Like I haven't taken the occasion to.
Oh, okay. Yum. I am just posting all the things around. So today is the day just before our last OC Tober, which it was going to be the first time I've ever gotten through an entire art challenge for the whole month.
Yeah.
This is the
And
first.
like it didn't spill over to the next one.
Yeah, right. Like I'm like, oh, holy shit! Did I do it? Did I do the thing?
Of course, that also means that like one of the also that does mean that you did have to like make up for it some days. But you know that's kind of
Yeah, but like it stayed within the month. I would say that's the important bit. We don't have to talk about the fact that I didn't draw every day.
like similarly, I realized actually November that means it's gonna be NaNoWriMo.
Yeah. That's gonna be the real challenge because we saw the results at this point pretty earlier on, actually.
Results for NaNoWriMo or
Oh no, I was saying for the art challenge for November. And how to figure how to figure that shit out.
I mean, like, you know, it's like before, you know, you make the clothed one for the poor plebs who can't afford the art, and then you make the lewd, then you make the fully you make the full package for
the full
who
package.
aren't able to see it.
I'll just be drawing a bunch of bikinis.
I mean, yeah, it has to be done.
It has to be. Well, actually, I figured out a loophole for like one of the characters.
Elaborate.
So, first I need to say hi to the people. Hello, people. How are you? How are you all doing? For those of you who are in chat. So you already know, like pretty earlier on, we figured out what was going to be happening for November, which we're calling Ludvember. Ludvember is going to be the closest I can get, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to put it on anything. I'm going to be like,
You can't call it Nutvember because then people will be asking about almonds and cashews and shit.
Exactly, and I can't, my allergies can't handle that already.
You don't have allergies.
I do have allergies.
Well, you said you had the memory of an allergy.
Well, I do have allergies. Like, I'm allergic to, I'm allergic to milk.
Okay.
Which
Milk
is
not a nut.
It's just not deathly allergic. And I still drink it.
Milk is not a nut.
Like I every once in a while I will partake in the ice creams, but it doesn't really activate my eczema anymore. What it does is instead make me shit.
I mean, every food makes you shit.
That's true, but like this one's a little more instantaneous.
Of course, so.
Yeah. So I have a character. Their name is Mouser, and I've used them in a few different campaigns. The ongoing joke is being that Mouser cannot last further than, I think, 3 sessions for a campaign, because their story has been cut short pretty quickly. As a result, though, this is probably the 3rd time I have used... Actually, this is technically the 4th time I've used them. No, 3rd. 3rd time. No, fourth. It's fourth. It's definitely fourth. And in this case, it is more of a haunted look. It's Crooked Moon. It's the Crooked Moon system. And I originally used.
Is that the D&D setting?
Yeah, it's a D&D setting.
Nice.
In this particular case, I'm playing something called a Relicborn. A Relicborn is basically, it's a skeleton with ghost skin. So technically, if you wanted to be super technical about it, I could pose this skeleton lewdly and just not have it have skin.
Kind of like I think some radiologists did that once. Like they posed as had their skeletons sort of like pin up.
Right. That'd be so funny.
Funny thing, I actually for a homebrew setting I did once, when I was in Rockport for vacation before I moved here. I did a sort of a D&D homebrew heartbreaker sort of thing. The main conceit is that the normal fantasy races besides humans weren't present except for orcs. And the other races were a race of sort of spider people. They weren't they were just normal spiders, but they had 4 of their legs just on the ground and 4 legs as arms,
right?
That sort of thing. And also a race of technically liches because they all had soul gems,
right?
Or these skeleton people. And that's kind of what it looks like. The Relicborn and Silkborn kind of look like.
Right.
So, actually, I'm rather suspicious of this. Oh well, I should have published it first.
I should have published it first. I felt like that with oh god, there was a character in My Little Pony, and I swear to God, it was me. I shit you not. I had this character, had Crimson Glow as a character for a long time, and then out of fucking nowhere, the show for I think it was the last season.
It wasn't Cozy Glow, was it?
It was Cozy Glow. It was absolutely Cozy Glow.
Yeah.
It was funny as hell, though.
I mean, in terms of name structure, if not personality.
It was. That's the thing, though. Her whole shtick was my shtick. And I actually think, I legitimately think, that they took my concept because one day oh my god, one day I actually was at Comic-Con during one of the heights of MLP, and one of the writers was there, and I explained that my name was Crimson Glow, and I was the future evil overlord of all things pony, because a nerd, as you do.
Yeah.
And I thought nothing of it. And then, lo and behold, her name is Cozy Glow, and she says at one point, in her villain speech when she's revealed, that I am the future evil queen of Equestria.
Oh, man.
And I was just like, what the actual shit? What the fuck?
That might have been... I mean, it could have been, an Inception thing. They thought it was their idea, but you kind of, seeded it in their brains, and they don't even realize.
They don't even know. They don't even remember. They're just like, I have this really interesting character.
I mean, good luck arguing that in court. But...
Yeah, obviously, I'm not arguing it in court. I'm going up against fucking Hasbro. I might have a case. let me rephrase. I could have had a case at the time. But also, do I really care enough
Probably not.
to...
I do remember that bit where like you knew she was evil right away.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely knew that little bitch was evil. I knew immediately. I was like, absolutely the fuck not. That shit is a little evil shit. Hi, Idea Maker. But yeah, I knew that little shit was evil. I was just like looking at him going like, you motherfucker. You bitch ass.
You're a Shirley Temple modeled pony who is like really pathetic at this point. You must be evil.
It's not even like, at the time, she wasn't even trying to be evil. She was just kind of going like, I'm so nice. Look at how nice I am. And me being the horribly broken person I am, going like, what the fuck is wrong with you? No one is this nice. And no one is this okay with things.
Nice and like proud of it.
Right? No one is
Absolutely.
proud of being nice unless you're up to something. And that could just be like the broken side of me. Because I'm horrible. I'm a horrible person. I know this.
Well, it's not the like niceness, it's the like gloating of niceness.
Yeah. And it's like the humble brag too.
Yeah.
It's not even like a real brag, it's like a humble brag where it's like, oh, I'm just doing so much so that I could be able to tell people that I'm like so cool. But unfortunately, I'm just so shy to tell people that I'm so nice. I'm just looking at that going like, this little bitch. This little funkle nutch. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what a funkle nutch is. But it sounds derogatory.
That's not even a word, and I agree with that.
Exactly. Funkle bitch. Girl out here looking like, oh. God. So, hi everybody. It's Deku Deku Maru, Deku Deku Maru, Deku Deku Maru, ayo. Haven't heard a crazy coincidence like that since Ink Rose finding out about Inky Rose. Oh my god. We all have our own flaws that shape us who we are. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I think what I have a problem with when it comes to people is that instead of owning up to the fact that you have flaws, you focus on everything that's happened to you instead. And those things that happen to you are what shape you instead of like being an active member of your life. And owning up to the mistakes you have made. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never yours. That's kind of my issue when it comes to that. I think that's also why I'm so suspicious of like nice people, like people who are like so inadvertently nice that I'm like, what is your angle? What is the deal? Like you are being entirely too this for this. I think that's truly broken me as a person. Alright. So, hey everybody, as I trauma dump on you guys, today is day 30 of OC Tober. First time I've gone through all of these. All within the same month. That didn't spill over to another month. Or, I will say, there were days that I cheated only because there was a lot of overlap, I feel like. There was like a lot of overlap for this challenge.
Thank God Spelljammer exists.
Thank God Spelljammer exists. Well, not even just Spelljammer. I mean, like, the idol thing.
And Treasure Planet. And also the idol thing, yeah.
Yeah, there was the idol thing, and then there was, like, casual clothes versus, like, like, just drawing your character normally, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. And also there are times where I'm like, I've already drawn this, so, and I need to give my wrist a break, so fuck you. In this particular case, we're going with day 30, which is a video game AU. And if you guys already know, I actually did a art study of a certain video game that actually came out again with a sequel not too long ago. As soon as I find the reference that I took from it, where the fuck is it? Yeah. Where'd you go? It hasn't been that long. Has it been that long? Jesus, when was the last time I did Hades? Yeah, no, it's Hades. It's been a while. Damn. Okay. Damn.
Since you did Hades for, like, what?
For our study. There we go. Here's one. Yay! Get Megara up here.
Give it up, Megara.
Meg, my little nutmeg. Not to be confused with, like, apparently, like, Meg from Hercules. Like, apparently that's completely unrelated.
I mean, it's the same name.
It's the same name. It's an entirely different person.
Oh, which character was this?
This is from Hades, the first Hades game.
No, I mean the one the OC you're doing.
Oh, the one I'm drawing. This is my OC from D&D, the recent campaign I'm playing.
Right. That's right. Oh yeah. Okay, that actually works really well for Hades.
Right? Because she's a pirate.
Yeah.
She's got like all this other shit about her.
You do go on like on ships in Hades too.
Yes, you do.
In more ways than one.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do for this. I'm going to do my best to implement that style. I think the one critique I always have about Hades, it doesn't really have a lot of hair texture differences. Like, everybody kind of has, like, relatively a very similar hair texture, but to be fair, everybody in this game is related in some way, shape, or form. There's, like, 2 people that aren't related.
I mean, Hypnos has, like, you know, more curls and stuff.
Yeah, but it's, like, bedhead. It's not, like, curly hair. And, like, Dionysus has, like...
Actually, now that you mention it,
yeah.
His hair is a lot different in Hades, too.
Yeah. Like, I'm mostly looking at the first Hades game because I haven't finished the damn game, so therefore, out of spite, I will not be playing Hades 2, although I do see that structurally, it is an improvement. Some of the design choices, not my favorite, but still.
The design choices for, like, the gods?
A lot of the character designs, like, a lot of the character designs change, even for the gods.
I feel like I've grown on them, like, actually playing the game. Like, when they're in game, they have, like, a lot more effects that, like, make them pop out more. Mm-hmm. Though I can definitely see, like, them not being as striking. But I feel like some of them aren't as busy as they used to be.
Yeah, I think that's why I say that structurally, a lot of these are better. Why the fuck is this not doing the thing? Oh, here we go. I'm going to make this lighter. Let's try this color. Much better. Are you doing I think you said you were doing something today or doing something tomorrow for Halloween is what I remember.
Actually, it was last night.
Oh, last night. Okay.
I went to Hammond Castle for a bit. Like, it was actually a rather chill night. Like,
Oh, that's
we
cool.
just sort of had like our costumes, and like we just sort of rambled on. We kind of
Hey,
like
Goji!
wandered around the castle. It was kind of like a self tour, like a self tour of the castle.
Right.
But I think I was able to appreciate it more and take pictures.
That's
They
cool.
actually, the photographer actually like took pictures of us. Like there's like a photographer there. I wonder if like they posted pictures yet or not. There's actually like a D&D thing on like November 16th.
Oh, that's cool. Are you gonna go in it to it?
It is on a work day, but on Sunday. But I do want to get to it. I'd have to like take public transport for that too, or I could just walk there. I mean, it's 2 hours, but I'll get there.
Let's hear. Who's your favorite character in Hades?
Favorite character? You know how I feel about favorites.
I know, but like, if you
Wait,
had
is
to
it
choose,
child?
yeah, I do.
It's you by a lot.
Ha.
I guess I kind of like the main characters, both. I do like Zagreus and Melanoe from like Hades 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think they're just interesting in like different ways. I think like if I had to choose, I guess I think like the one that I think Hades himself is like kind of like it's sort of just fun to interact with in the first game.
Right.
Because he is like kind of like the stern father that I feel like I relate to more than like other people would.
Right.
If not, but I don't think my dad was quite as witty.
He didn't come up with the great one-liners of putting you down.
I mean, like, I don't think I would have been able to like keep up even if he did. Like, I wasn't really witty either. Maybe if like my dad was witty, I would have also been witty. You know, like
I feel like
to raise with that.
I feel like my dad was not necessarily witty. I think he just thought he was funnier than he was. He would just do like some random ass shit and it was funny to him and that's all that mattered. Which, respect to a degree, but also this is Disneyland and you really shouldn't be wearing the my dick in a box costume at Disneyland.
Wait, what?
That's a real story.
Well,
we weren't kicked out, I want to point out. We were actually encouraged.
I mean, no, they're not going to kick you out. Not for that. Like, there's a lot of other people they would have kicked out long before that. I heard, like, they're actually able to, like, make you disappear if you're, like, too rowdy.
They make you disappear. You just somehow wake up at, like, a Disney... Sorry, go ahead.
You'll be making like a commotion, and then a park guest will come over and he's like, what's going on? Do you know who I am? I paid for this. I know who you are. What's the problem? And then like next thing you know, you're in like the Disney jail, waiting for your spouse to come up. Because like the secret park guest got you. Like the plainclothes Disney security.
Yeah, right.
Because like I think they do have those, just like people to like keep an eye out for like not only for like troublemakers, but also like what people like and don't like.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is conspiracy or not.
I think it's half conspiracy. I think it's mostly confirmed.
I mean, I would like to be the one who provides a source on that, but I'm not.
It's it's like an
this is-
open secret, I feel like, at this point.
I mean, like, I do want to be careful of, like, open secrets, because, like, there are, like, I don't know, I suppose, like, I'm just very cognizant of, like, how conspiracy theories proliferate.
With Disney, I don't know, some of that Disney shit is wild.
Anyway, it was fun. Like, it was like Hammond Castle. I mean, it was like because like it was like someone's like actual. It was like a rather wealthy individual's house for like some time. Apparently,
okay.
like he ended up living in the house like in like the castle full time, because he did marry like somewhat below his station, and like his parents didn't approve. So like while he was constructing the castle, like he had to like sort of move into it because like his parents wouldn't have him in their like abode. But like once it was done, he kind of used it as like a sort of like meeting place for him and his friends and stuff. And like because like there's like a lot of like genuine like a lot of like I'd say like there's like a lot of like Christian I wouldn't say like either relics or like replicas and stuff just to like complete the castle feel.
Right.
Yeah, like an actual like priest's alcove.
Right.
If you would like to see my pictures of Hammond Castle, you can't see them because I'm not going to post them to the Crimson Glow server. But Crimson Glow will be able to see it because she actually is able to access the Babel server, which I have not posted them to yet.
Oh. That was like a weird like jump around there for a minute.
On Patreon.
It's like I can't just promote your stuff anymore. You don't do any of it. I can't do all the work.
I'm not even promoting it. I'm saying like, do you want to see these? Yeah, I bet you do. Well, you can't. Crimson Glow can, but you can't. You know, it's privileges of I don't know, seniority or whatever.
It's seniority. I love how I
But
worked so hard on this face, only to realize that like this face should be way lower, and this hat needs to be lower now. Look how big and fancy my hat is. Where is the skull? Nobody knows.
It does need to come down a bit.
Yeah.
Skull-wise.
Yeah, and it looks like it needs to get smaller, even though I want it to be
This hat
dramatic.
is too big. I need it to be here.
Okay, maybe just like a little
Yeah.
smaller. There we go.
Yeah.
I still want it to like somewhat cover the next eye. There we go.
The thing with the castle was that like, but also like it had like a lot of like medieval looking stuff, but it also had like it had like a sort of modern quote unquote like kitchen for the time, but it was like 1950s. But they still have it kind of furnished. Like there's like a really like austere Renaissance era like dining room table where it was like really thin. Like, you know how there's like the table manners are like you can't have your elbows on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the reason why. It's because the tables were so thin. So like if you had them on like the table, there'd be no room for anybody.
Right.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it is. And then like in the butler's area, there's like a modern sink. There's like cupboards with glass and stuff.
Right.
Like it's just for like it really is just like there's like practicalities in there somewhat. But also, like, the stairs were actually also, like, rather narrow in places, including, like, the spiral, like, stairs. Like, my great aunt, she's kind of, like, she's fine going upstairs, but going downstairs is actually, like, somewhat difficult for her by this point. Or at least it's, like, it's not painless anymore. And, like, the spiral staircases was, like, that was like a thing where she's like, I don't want to do this.
This looks
but she
more
still
like a
did,
sneer.
like in her dress and everything.
Right. Sorry, this looks more like a sneer than it does like a smirk. I'm trying to give like that cocky... that kind of cocky smirk There we go.
Hello there.
Hello there. Actually, she's French.
Fishing you drink, Gabna?
Actually, she's French. Hello there. No, that's not the right accent either.
I think it's less. There is like accent, but there's also terminology. I'm not sure.
She's got like a vaguely
that.
French Cajun accent that she speaks with mostly.
I think hello and love would be omitted then.
Yeah. It'd be more like Shell.
Yeah.
Shelly. Welcome to my
Yeah.
boat. Diamo.
I guess like that is like part of the secret for like accents is that it's not enough to like just have like the cadence. You also have to have the vocabulary.
Yeah.
Because there is stuff that like some Frenchmen just some French people would just not say naturally.
Right. I don't even know any French people. I know a lot of
No, I don't
Germans.
either.
I know a lot of Swedish. I know British. I know people that like French. I know Filipino people. I know Malaysians. I know Malady.
Milady doesn't know you.
How do you know? I do not know.
I don't.
The
I can
This-
stand.
there's
I
one
can
thing
stand it.
that is going to be annoying because I have to actually like give her very realistic eyes, which is not something I normally do. And I'm going to make them just slightly more dramatic than maybe like your average Hades character. Because like she's got like you know how like the part of the fashion of the time is like being extremely pale, but having like the most gaudy rouge and like eyebrows and shit. She doesn't have she doesn't have like the foundation of the powder, but she does have kind of like the very like hollowed out expression and then like this extremely like intense lip to her. I think everything else is just the fact that she's incredibly what's the word I'm looking for? She's supposed to be a madam, so like she's gonna have some dramatic makeup.
Definitely.
Hades female characters.
All of them.
All of them. Let's hear. And not even like they don't really have like very dramatic eyelashes really. They have like some hella eyeliner though.
Oh yeah.
Like hella eyeliner.
There is actually one character in Hades 2 looks completely different when you invite them to like bathe because like all their makeup is gone.
Yeah.
So like they don't have quite as like an intense stare as they do before.
I know that Nyx is in the next game. I think the only one who has like this dramatic makeup look to them is actually Orpheus. Like I feel like out of everybody, the person I think of when I think of like, oh, dramatic makeup is Orpheus, because Orpheus has got some.
I mean, it's just very dramatic.
Yeah, and I
For a
love
very dramatic person.
I love the line from oh god, what's her name? Eurydice, where she's like, oh, is he okay? Like I miss his glorious tan and his like curly hair. And then you see, and then you remember, oh, damn, you two being apart really hit him hard. It's like, damn.
Well, there's not a lot of sunlight here.
Like, yet she's a fucking tree.
I mean, yeah, but she wears it well.
She... Oh god. I have seen a few of the designs from the new one, including Nemesis, where I'm like, mother, yes, mother, yes.
Yeah.
That's not mommy, that's mother. I do think that some of the designs definitely improved, like, generally. But I think that some of the character is lost, if that makes sense.
Or at least, like, I guess the more intense color.
Yeah. Alright, I think... Alright, if I'm trying to be accurate-ish enough to, like, pull it in for, like, a dupe, enough of a dupe, I'm gonna have to make it less... But I am gonna take a little bit of... I'm gonna take a bit of inspiration from Kronos over... Well, not Kronos, what is his name?
Chaos.
Chaos, thank you. I'm gonna take a little bit of Chaos's time.
Kronos in Hades 2 is rather understated.
Yeah, I noticed that. I saw the change there, and I thought that was kind of interesting to make like such a bigger than life character so intensely. It's just so intensely understated.
Plus.
And like, but it's like part of their journey, and that's kind of beautiful all on its own.
It's well, just like the adversary.
Yeah. Again, I don't know much of the game. I know that our main villain, instead of being Hades, is instead Kronos.
Yeah, well, like, the thing with Kronos is that, like, yeah, he's actually an antagonist.
Yeah.
Or, like, he's actually, like, an enemy.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Hades was always the antagonist, but he was never, like...
Evil.
But there's, but there is, like, there's, like, a sort of, like... There's a sort of, like, theme with Hades.
Yeah. That's the big thing, right? That he... Like, Hades isn't necessarily a bad man or a bad person. He's just so tired.
But he's also, like... But he has also, like, become rather abusive.
Yes.
In his, like... What's it called? Like, he's allowed his gruffness to become, like, actively, like, malicious.
Yeah. I definitely think I'm going to change the texture of the hair here to be a little more consistent. Because I feel like Jilma has, like, this bush of hair, and most of it's going to be covered by black shading. Like, that's the one really nice thing about Hades' shading, is that you don't necessarily have to put a lot of work into the anatomy for some of these. You still should, and I will be, like, at least giving the idea of where things are when I'm doing the light choices. But I don't have to work. It's definitely makes things a lot easier. I also think I might play with some lights here and there and kind of make well, technically it's 3 characters. So for those of you who don't know, Jilma is she is a level 1. She's a multi-classing artificer and warlock of the Undying. She is actually my first character with a negative modifier. She has like, she's got like -1 in strength. She can barely hold up herself. She's a little beanpole. And she is also my first evil character. Never done one of those. And it's very hard to do. But that's kind of the point of the character. It's supposed to challenge me.
Yeah.
She... Oh wow, this is already looking really good. Damn, alright. She's an artificer, she's a pirate captain, and she is that bitch. Is the best way to describe her. She is that bitch. Her first encounter with the players is that she took all of their money via her little ocean mink, and she looked at them and was like, "I'm sorry, are you bothering me?" Because she knows exactly who they are, and she's just going like, interesting, consider this, fuck you. She stole all their money, but the thing is she gave them back, but they don't forgive her for it at all.
For taking her money.
Yeah, for taking it, yeah, exactly, for taking her money, because they're paying her to make them, to get them over to a different country entirely.
Like, I haven't had a chance to like actually play a game for quite some time.
Of D&D or just generally?
Just in general, but
Okay.
like I think D&D was like the last time I played. Like I actually also had kind of like not actually a pirate character, because like he was kind of like anti-pirate.
Yeah.
But he was like a sea dog. But he was also like kind of like a knight. He was like a sea knight.
He was a sea knight. Are you in Waterworld?
Well, his like the place he came from was like a homebrewed sort of like island I made, where like I was allowed some like leeway, where like it was like just sort of like a place where like a lot of like knights from the mainland like fled.
Right.
And then they, instead of like owning land, they owned like ships. Like that was like their like fiefdom sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah, he was just kind of like a sort of like, I would say almost generic like a devil may care sort of like character.
Mm-hmm.
He had but like I liked the like place he came from especially, and also like I sort of like, in terms of like voice, I kind of made it sound like Blisk from, I guess Apex Legends is the closest, but he was from Titanfall originally.
Right.
But yeah, I sort of like did his voice. I briefly played with a friend of mine. Like I played as him in Baldur's Gate 3 before we stopped. We were rather like early into it.
Right.
I think one of the things I kind of don't like about Baldur's Gate, at least like starting out, because I didn't get too far into it, is
Blasphemy.
like just.
You have something negative to say about Baldur's Gate?
It's just that I don't like the way some of the armor looks, especially when you're first starting out. I kind of wanted like more different looking types of armor. You know, stuff that actually like looks alright.
Isn't that the point though? That you don't necessarily like...
Well, I mean, like, not just that... Well, not that... Apparently, like, not only do you start with sort of like bad looking armor, apparently like it doesn't get too much better, like it's too extravagant, like, or like gaudy eventually. I don't know.
Let's see here. I'm gonna raise this arm up. There we go. Again, I want this, I want her to look skitty. I want her clothes to look like they're far too big for her. like she, like, you know those outfits where like, I don't know if you've noticed it, but like when you have like a shirt that's just ever so like too big on the collar area, and so you kind of have to like power posture to make the sleeve not fall down to expose something unfortunate. I don't know if you've seen those. I've seen those, and those kind of annoy me, but they're also like, they also look so cool.
The colors?
Like there's like outfits where it's kind of like this, where the collar is just so wide. It's supposed to, and what it's supposed to do is like hug your, like midway to your, just down to your shoulder. But I want this to look a little too big on her. So she has to like constantly like power posture a little bit. Or like it's being held up by magic because she has no boobs. She has the implication of boobs.
I don't like the pose you're doing. I'm afraid it's part of who I am. If I lower my arms, the shirt falls off. Like
there's no reason for that shirt to be able to stay on. But like it's staying on some fucking how. Then again, there are some. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like the horrifying way of doing it is they're like, how is it even staying on? I have pins in my arms to keep it in place. You what? You have to suffer for what you have to look good.
Yeah, you have to suffer to look this good. I feel like that would be something that she would say, going like, beauty is pain, and I am a dying.
It's like doesn't it bleed? Not anymore.
Not anymore. It's like I imagine it's kind of like the you know that one street performer that his claim to fame was that he could poke holes through his entire arm and not bleed. Like it would just.
I don't know many street performers, but that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was like and there was like a record for it too. There was like a record where you could like push as many objects through your forearm as possible, because technically speaking, right, the way that the human body works is that in your arm you have a full arm, like you have like one bone, right? But in order to make your forearm work, it actually has two bones in it, two bigger bones. I don't know the names of them, and I am too lazy to look up an anatomy class for it. But basically, there are two bones in your forearm, and they look a little more like this. Like, hold on, let me...
Yeah, I get you. So right. It's through that part.
Yeah, the stick goes through this.
Also, that might get you demonetized, just the way it looks.
I mean, it looks like a wishbone. I don't know what you think it looks like.
It looks like something.
It looks like a wishbone. I don't know what you think it looks like.
Moving on.
Nothing out of the ordinary. I don't know. Are you a pervert?
It's like, well, yeah, aren't you?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Ah, we got him, boys. We can arrest him now for being a pirate.
I was like, but you're gonna go too.
Nah, cause I'm an undercover cop.
Like, I can't believe you lied. It's against the Constitution.
No, it's not. I would like to point out though that I love when people take the line so seriously of, oh, they have to tell you that they're a cop. No, they don't.
Yeah, it's like that was from like Breaking Bad too. It's like, you know, if a cop says you have to say they're a cop. It's in the Constitution.
It is not.
And they can lie to you.
Yes, they can lie to you. What they can't do is arrest you without giving you their badge number.
Yeah.
If this, and specifically it's if it's a patrol officer, a official, like if you're being arrested right then and there, then yeah, they do need to give you your badge number. That's part of Miranda rights, I believe. I could be wrong. Somebody can correct me on that. But it's part of the Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Everything you can and will be held against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If an attorney can't be appointed to, if you cannot afford an attorney will be appointed to you. Do you understand these rights as they have been reported to you? Like, we have seen so many cop shows that it was like burned into my skull. I don't know if anybody else had like the Law and Order SVU era of their TV watching experience.
I think for me it was like NCIS.
I didn't really watch as much NCIS. Actually, no, that's a lie. I have watched a lot of NCIS. It was a show about the military, and it was a crime show. That was like basically made for me.
I mean, specifically like Navy, Marines sort of thing.
Yeah, again.
Although the distinction didn't like sit in for me until like I guess later. But the only reason I did watch is because apparently like my family had like recorded every single episode, like they just had it.
Oh, that's
cool. It was
cool.
on, it was going to be recorded.
My mom unfortunately had the she had my show comes on right after you come back from school, so you should be doing your homework. But yet I do my homework at school, and you're like, then you come back home and you're like, all right, now I get to watch cartoons, and what the fuck is this? Honey, that's my soap operas. Why is that man saying that he has a wife but kissing her? We don't have to talk about that.
Why is that? Why is that man being wrapped in plastic wrap? You see, honey, he's dead.
Why did he die? What's death?
It's like, what's death? Don't they teach you this at school?
No. Why would they teach me this in school when I'm talking to you about death?
I love that. I still love that. Like, I don't know. It was like a YouTube video where it's like, well, listen, son, you're adopted. But what mom? She's not your fucking mom. What I don't understand, Dad. I'm not your fucking dad. Wild shit. It was it was a whole like just this big long spiral. It was like the same guy doing the acting too.
God. Let's see. I'm gonna make this hair like unbearably wild. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to like be careful how much time I put on stuff like the general sketch, because one, this stream is going to be definitely shorter. I'm not going to be here for longer than 3 hours because I have work tomorrow.
Right.
But at the very least, I would like to be able to get some of this done. Like, this is my primary goal. My primary goal is that I will get this piece done, and then I will be able to announce what I need to announce. And hopefully, this will be a little more consistent, and I know that not everybody can be up at the wee morning of like 7:30 a.m. Even though I think for everybody else it would be like something like Most of my audience, I feel like, is in like the central, so it'd be like 2 hours. So it's like 9.
So kind of.
All right, this is the part where I'm gonna have to get really creative because she actually did something in a few sessions ago where she actually chopped off her other leg. She was already a amputee before, but then like she managed to roll crazy numbers, and she now has 2 amputated legs. And
I used to only have one. No, I used to only have one leg, but with hard work and determination, I lost them both.
exactly, it's amazing. What's worse is that I don't do mechanical stuff very often. Like as far as like, I tend to keep things pretty organic. If it is mechanical, it's usually like very delicate looking jewelry or very organic looking jewelry. Let's see here. I don't know, mech legs. This was the wrong thing to point out. Okay, steampunk legs.
Prosthetic legs.
Actually, that was perfect. I found it. I found some immediately. Can I write down evil steampunk legs? Let's try demon steampunk legs. Let's hear. Oh, it's horrifying. I hate everything about it. It's not quite as I don't know, fantasy. See metal legs? Demon? Oh, it gets worse as it goes. Alright, cool. That's unpleasant. I don't like that. I'm gonna look away from that now. That had to have been a lot of work. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of her obsessively for several years trying to make sure that she had the right measurements, because her one metal leg was actually very, very ill-fitting. Let's see her. Alright, I'm going to have to put that. And part of her, so I said earlier she's part of Eberron, right?
You might have.
Yeah. So the thing about people from Eberron, usually they have some form of curse or some sort of mutation. In her case, she has the unfortunate curse that she has glowing eyes, and also the fact that her legs turn into tentacles. That was kind of perfect, actually. The way the music stopped.
There's like, oh, dude.
So her legs turn into tentacles, so instead of it coming out normally, the musculature that is on her legs is actually not muscle, that's actually her tentacles working together to become musculature. So it's about to get gross.
I think like the Warforged, if they have something about that.
Probably.
Like their whole thing is like part of like their design is they have like some sort of like magical, almost tree-like muscle.
Mm-hmm.
kind of want to introduce Warforged like lore-wise into like my D&D setting eventually, but it's not quite there yet. Because like at the moment they don't exist.
Like they're in the pre mechanisms right now.
Sort of like they just haven't been created yet. But I think like not as like I don't think anyone's like come up with the idea for them. But like they might at some point.
There we go.
I kind of wish I ran like a Spelljammer game, but like I feel so attached to like the world I have at the moment. But maybe that's part of the problem. Like I feel attached to like my world, but not like I guess the players, and that's what it should be about.
Well, yeah, it's part of it is about being in your own world, but you're showing. It's basically like showing them this world and how they work in it, not necessarily like, oh, this is the world I've created. Look how cool this, and this are. It should feel relatively organic.
Yeah, and like I have been like meaning to like introduce stuff for like their characters and stuff. But like I think like one of the other issues is just that like it's just that the way things work and like where they are, it didn't end up coming together until I guess it was like too late, because like they have to actually get to places.
Yeah.
And like as that's happening, they're not like and like I couldn't really find a way to like make them get to like a place quick and not it was like a whole thing. But there was also a like I did plan for it.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Yeah, it was just like a whole thing.
No, I get it.
I'm kind of like hoping it like if I ran again, but like it would be better. But like that's always the promise, I guess. But also like I had already promised to run Call of Cthulhu again for October, and I didn't do that. But I can do it for November because it's also a November sort of game. I think one of the other issues is that like I think the only other day they're available is like on Thursday, and they're already doing something on Thursday. And like every other day is kind of like I guess less tenable.
Let's see, this should run about here. If this is a singular chair. This is a really awkward looking singular chair. I guess this is kind of also a redraw of the previous image I posted a while ago. But this is a nice opportunity to try to get that. Show more of the character and how she's progressed so far. Maybe some things that you don't notice in one that you're like, oh, is this a new thing or has this always been there? Redemption?
No, I was thinking something else. Like, can I be honest? Like, when I first saw like the rough sketch that you had posted, for some reason I thought it was like Valentino.
I mean,
like, just with like the hat.
To be fair, in your defense, she is a madam.
But also, like, I thought I saw like multiple limbs.
I mean,
that's, like,
she does have more than one limb.
Well, yes. I mean, like, you know, forearms and whatnot. Still looking forward to like potentially like watching it as well.
Yeah, we still need to like schedule a good day for that.
I'd say just like send me what day like you would be available because like I'm usually good for like any day really.
Watch, I suggest a day, and then you're just like, actually, I have work that day.
Well then I would let you know because like it wouldn't be like because like it really does depend on like because like around this time that we started is like I'm usually back home by then. So I found I could like send I could like message forward.
I definitely made this like mink a little more cat-like than maybe it should be, because like it's based off of the ocean mink.
Yeah.
Which is extinct.
I knew that.
And it also looks vaguely ottery. It's also adorable. And huge. Like, I'm talking about these things are... Now, imagine, like, a mink. Like, the cute little, like, fluffy... Now, think about that, but the size of, like, an ocean otter. Like, hold on, let me see the size of these things. Okay, they were approximately 10 inches long. Oh, 10 inches, that's not that bad. I keep, for some reason, thinking that they're, like, huge. Much bigger than they are. Let's see, actually, hold on. How... Size. It's your sea mink size. Here we go. Okay. No, they are pretty big. They're estimated to be larger than the American mink, which is supposed to be approximately 2 to 3 feet long. So, like, about the size of a small dog. And about 4.5 pounds, or 3.5 pounds. Approximately. Like, at the biggest end. So, that means that this thing would be, like, metallically, probably about, like, 40 pounds. And it's got little stubby legs. Okay, let me... I do think it's really funny that that there is a taxidermied one, and the taxidermy on it is awful. Would you like to see it?
Sure.
Here it is.
There. I don't see all that much wrong with it, but it does
Look at
seem
its
a bit
face.
dead. Yeah.
The face is what's wrong with it. If you look at it up close, it gets worse.
I think one of the issues is that there's not that many pixels.
Hold on.
Y'all got any of the pixels?
Here's an up close and personal shot. As soon as it wants to open up the entire. Okay, I guess we don't want to open up the entire. Motherfucker.
Well, I clicked on it.
Oh, okay.
Like, I clicked on it. And, I guess, like, what seems to be the issue? I do know, like, it is, like, kind of bug-eyed.
And mostly it's the fact that it's bug-eyed, and it has, like, I think they used a different body for this. Because, like, if you notice, minks actually don't have, like, a very long snoot. It's actually quite, buttony.
Like, kind of flat.
It's, like, vaguely, I can only describe it as, like, plushy. It looks like a plushie. It looks like somebody designed it to be like at a furry convention as a fursoda, not as a mink.
I guess I don't know enough about either. But, yeah, it's like, I definitely don't see it. Like, well, like, I understand it's probably botched, I just don't know why.
Let's see here. I'm going to show you what a normal mink looks like, or at least like the reports of what it should look like. And then look at that. Ready? As soon as the damn thing wants to meh. Yeah. There we go. As soon as it wants to load.
That's weird.
Oh, that's weird.
That's
Oh well. Here we go. Here's another one.
Oh yeah, that's a lot more, like, plush.
Yeah, right? Like, it looks like a plushie. It looks like it should not be a real... That doesn't look like
It looks more flat
Yeah.
than, like, the one you posted, which is, like, much more scary.
Alright, and then...
I think, like, I feel like I feel like the snout for the first one is fine, except for the fact that the eyes are way too bulgy, so it accentuates it.
It's like a rat. It's like, oh, I actually like this.
Like, it's just kind of like, it's just bulging out of its skull quite literally. Like, there's no, like, eyelids of any kind.
Alright, let's see.
Like, it kills the illusion that it's alive. It's
Right.
very much dead. Only a dead thing would look that crazy.
Only a dead thing would look that crazy. Alright. It uses a relatively, like, even brush. Which I didn't realize before. Like, it kind of just builds up. It's line weight a little bit, like only in like very certain areas to make the silhouette look more interesting. So that'll be something interesting to play with. choice here.
I think one of the things about knowing I have like ADHD slash like ADHD slash autism is that now like I'm way too cognizant of like the fact that I am in the middle of like a hyperfixation. Well, not like a hyperfixation, but like in like just like for some reason I got in the mood to play like the Phantasy Star like Genesis games again. I think also actually something about it is that like they released like a Phantasy Star RPG on Track 2 RPG recently. Like it's just another one of those like games that like I'll have and I just won't run or play. Like, but I just have the like the PDF now.
Yeah, it's true. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, like yeah, that's kind of what I was saying.
For me, I actually just got a book on timing and animation because it's been something that has truly kind of taken over quite a bit of my art. Like I wanted to do an animation, like to complete an animation for OC Tober, but I realized like, oh, actually I really can't because I don't know how to do this particular thing in a timely manner that's not going to take me hours to really figure out.
Yeah.
I
mean, you did do that one animation eventually.
Yeah, but like I've been working on that one bit of animation for how long?
Like, I don't know times anymore, but I think it was like the month.
Yeah, like about a month or so, yeah. But like the thing is that normally, like total work-wise, it's actually only about like, it should have been like 12 hours, right?
Yeah. Well, like you had other stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I think the bigger part of it is the fact that it's a new skill. It's a new skill, and so I have to kind of give myself a little grace. Because normally something like that apparently would be like maybe if I knew what I was doing immediately would have been like maybe 4 hours max of total work.
Well, like, yeah, but you are getting there.
Yeah.
But it'll be like it's harder like the first few times, and then it gets easier. Right,
exactly. And I gotta have to remember that. It's a very humbling experience, to be honest.
That's why my projects don't go anywhere. Because like, I can't get over the hump.
Hey, I mean, if you're willing to do video editing again.
I mean, I'd have to get like an Adobe subscription again.
I mean, I have one. If you wanted to share it,
you could do that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I guess I could think about it. Share.
And maybe eventually I'll be able to have it on my card instead of my mom's.
It was like, was it always with your mom's card?
Technically speaking, yes and no. Like, it needs
Like, it
a
was your
card.
mom's card.
It
I mean,
was
yeah.
so like
Good.
here's what happened, right? I was taking classes. This was a student account originally, and I needed an account, and I needed it to be on a card, even if it was a student account. You still needed a card, from what I remember. And this was before like everything else happened, and even then, unfortunately, it's still a company standard, or it's an industry standard, so you still have to learn it. In my case specifically, my mom, because my mom has this rule, really my family has this rule, if you are still in school, then you don't have to pay for rent. But if you are not in school and you're over 18, you need to get a job. In my case specifically, I was going through school, and so my mom and my dad were able to pay for quite a bit. They were able to help me with quite a bit. I still try to do my best to pay for what I could pay for with no job and doing art commissions for the first time, which I criminally underpaid myself. But then again, I also saw my material. I was like, maybe it was for the best that I didn't charge more.
Yeah. It's for dirty acrobat. Ugh.
But I found out. So I got Creative Cloud. My mom actually still pays for the account because I still use it quite often. Specifically, I use Audition the most, but I do use Premiere for like trying to make sure that I video edit certain like smaller things.
Yeah.
And you can have it on multiple devices. You have that as a feature.
I only think like one of the complications is I already have my own account. So I think like I'd have to I think the thing is I'd have to sign in with your account.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that? Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't know how to. Yeah, I'd have to like.
I'm not going to say it out loud in stream, but yeah, like we could work that out.
But I think they said you can.
Yeah.
That's like the whole thing.
They can. As long as it's on multiple accounts.
This is already hurting my mind. It probably shouldn't be.
Just don't think about it.
I think I would.
Exactly. Now you're getting it.
I think the only limit is that you can only use like one at a time, one computer at a time.
No, it's multiple devices.
Or like one app at a time.
No,
Like,
it's
so,
multiple
like, so when
devices.
I don't know how anything works anymore.
It's been a while since I last saw you.
That reminds me, I still have to like commission the other part of the like Disco Elysium Nightic Wonder thing.
I was literally just looking at my commission because I decided to make a spreadsheet. I made a spreadsheet. It's a nice spreadsheet.
I like that boulder. That was a nice boulder.
I really do give up that vibe sometimes where it's just like, I like this. Like, you can probably do it, like, after? Oh, that reminds me. There we go.
After what?
Hold on. I accidentally forgot to... Two payments. One in progress sketch. There we go. I just got a commission not too long ago. I forgot to write it down the other day. Let's see here.
I'll do like the I'd say like I'll send you the thing for like the cat. What? Instead of Andy.
Okay. Wait, the cats?
No, you know the cat, the imaginary cat.
Oh, right. Like in my head, I was like, the fucking cat? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Like you want the cat to be like stretched out and fucked up and shit.
Yeah. I mean, when you say it like that, it sounds very weird, but it makes sense.
It only sounds weird out of context. And also because I just generally make things sound weird. Especially with how casual I make things.
You are so brave. Here's $75.
Yay!
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. A whole $75 is gonna come with the groceries.
You're a hero. You good? You appear to be groaning. Yeah, you appear to be groaning.
We're gonna rain! Thanks much! They may hate me, but it ain't no lie, baby, bye, bye, bye. Hey guys, how you doing? I am and also, yes, that song will always demonetize me in every sense of the word. Will I change it? No.
Why would it demonetize you?
Because it's unfortunately Bye 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 by the Backstreet, or not the Backstreet, by NSYNC.
Are they like, they must be like really litigious then? Litigious and nutritious.
Well, specifically, because the reason why is because specifically they are, thank you for the hydrate, Moth.
Like, no problem. I should take my own advice, actually.
Shit.
I'm learning.
I'm learning.
Yeah,
how was your stream? Played a free horror collection called Unsorted Horror. Okay, cool. Yeah, it sounds like fun. If you have to raid and run, that's totally cool. You know, it's late. Please make sure you eat, drink water, do all your self-care things, post all of the things with the things. What was your favorite game from that? I probably should have switched that for Halloween, huh? Oh well. Sadly, I gotta go to... Alright, sleep well, man! Let's see, this is probably what's gonna turn into... Well, hello everybody who's stayed. If you don't know, my name is Crimson Glow. I am an artist. And I am currently doing OC Tober, where we draw all my OCs in various different scenarios and situations, and in different mediums. In this particular case, we are doing my D&D character Jilma, as she is in the style of Hades.
Now that I'm looking, she does look like she'd be like a boon giver.
Oh yeah, I love that.
So, it would, ironically, despite what you said, it looks a little bit more like the Hades 2 style. Not like
really?
In terms of, color, not in terms of color, but just like how they're posed in Hades 2 is that they allow for more of an environment. Because that is the thing. There is in Hades 2, the color is yes different, but also they have a background with them all the time now, wherever they are, depending on where they are, and also as a result, any sort of appearance they make is in context of an environment, and her sitting at that wherever she is fits really well with that. So ironically, she fits really well as a Hades 2 portrait.
That's kind of cool.
Whereas the Hades 1 portraits, they are much more vertical. I feel you don't see that many of them sprawling. I guess except for Dionysus, but even he has a sort of vertical to sit, but he's not really sprawled out in his environment. Whereas here, it's definitely this character is definitely informed by where she is.
Except for these hands, apparently. These hands are apparently just not informed by anything other than vibe. Oh yeah, no, that hand is, it's a little weird. Don't get me wrong, she's got some, weird anatomy, just generally. Well, I wouldn't say weird anatomy. She's got, some long fingers. I would say, because she's a little bit of a willowy person. I'm also using a much different brush than I normally would, which is also kind of a big thing. There's definitely, a cleaner brush in this that's being used for the inking, but I like the texture of this one so much. And it's such an even tone that I could build it up very, very easily, which I appreciate. Woo! All right. Something tells me that I'm not going to be able to get through this, but I'm gonna try. God damn it! And if you want to ask, there is actually a reason why their mechanics are different. Only one of her legs is actually the one that gives off the only one of the legs is the one that has the tentacle thing. So I'm kind of informing that as oh, this is how this character, one of these legs actually does have the musculature in it to make it look somewhat organic.
I think Watchful said they were leaving.
Yeah, I already said bye.
I know. Sorry. I was just reading the chat. Did I forget to say this?
I mean, yeah, a little bit, but it's not a bad thing.
Also, how long did you plan on going for?
Maybe for another hour or so.
Yeah.
Again, this is not going to be a very long stream.
No.
I think what's really gonna maybe push this over the edge a little bit, as far as like, oh, this is what we're doing today, is that I really want to get into the color of it. Like, I actually want to color this one so that it has more of a more of like a very complete look to it.
I mean, you could probably like color that later, maybe in November.
Maybe. At least getting the line art would be nice. Just to get the general idea. One of the nice things about Haze when it comes to metallics, it's not really like like nothing's like truly complete in these, which is kind of nice.
Complete in what way?
Like, if you really look at the metals, like in this reference picture right over here, they're not actually like they're not actually super complete, especially in the finer details. They actually tend to cover those.
Like they're kind of like,
what if God appeared,
kind
said,
of like
it's
break
pronounced
off at some
John,
point?
then just left?
Hi, Marion.
Start
How you
screaming.
doing? Sorry. You were saying I got distracted.
I've seen that before. But yeah, like what I was saying is that like the lines on the metalwork like kind of break off at various points.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's what you meant.
Yeah, instead of having like a very complete image, like usually if say somebody else were trying to make a very complete line that's like clean and that had no tangents, they would keep the detail and they would just like define it in a different way or like use line weight to imply something else, which is something actually got noted in a few different works that I was a few analysis videos that I actually was looking for inspiration when initially doing this style. But the Happy Halloween, yeah, it's Halloween now according to some timelines. In certain versions of like comics, specifically from Daredevil, or not Daredevil, Hellboy, which is where a lot of the inspiration for this art style came from. There's this idea of roughness that I think is here more promptly.
I mean, I feel like it's there in places, but I always thought like Hades kind of looked. I mean, it does have like rough parts, but it also looks rather smooth at the same time.
Well, it's smooth because you're looking at it from like a distance, right? It looks clean. This looks clean, and a lot of that comes from the color, and a lot of that comes from the placement of those of where your eye is supposed to be focused on. But if you were to like really look at how these colors and how these lines are distributed, a lot of them have tangents, a lot of them melt. Damn! Alright! I get another raid! Thanks! I'm never gonna be able to monetize this video! Hate me, but it ain't no lie, baby, bye, bye, bye. Oh yeah, na 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 na. Thank you, Retro!
Retro Raid.
Thank you, Retro. How you doing?
Any more of these would be called a night raid.
Right?
I think it is also just the. Yeah. I think it is also like the. It's just like also the details as well. Like just like having those there, it adds detail that also kind of contributes to the smoothness.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a more granular, I guess. There's also that reminds me of like, oh, look at you, you're bombastic, all loose and tight at the same time.
All tight and loose at the same time, damn.
Albert, tell you what Heber told me.
I mean, there's still like some really clean lines here. Like it's not like it's they're like all rough. I just like this brush specifically because it very much fits the rougher parts of what I like about this style. Though the brush that they definitely use for this is a much more textured look. More so than maybe you would see in like a normal an average Hades image. Although I do like the idea that she is some sort of boon keeper.
Like the obligatory is like, Zag, my man, hey, nice cock.
Hey, nice cock.
I think at the risk of like sort of like spoilers, like for Hades 2,
right?
But you wouldn't mind.
I don't think I mind all that much.
Because the thing with like Hades 2 is that like Dionysus is like missing for most of the game. Like he's not a regular boon guy anymore.
Yeah.
And it's explained like, you know, he's kind of bummed out by the war, but he is like still partying. And if you encounter him, like he briefly thinks Melanoe is Zagreus, but he like became a girl. He's like Zag, man. Whoa, you changed. I like it.
That's kind of hilarious.
But Melanoe like clears up and he's like, wait, you're not Zagreus? Oh well, I guess that's alright.
So what are you doing later?
I think like that is kind of the vibe, but like he's definitely like, as you've seen from like the art, like he's definitely like not the same like charming social drinker Dionysus. Like he's become a lot messier, and Melanoe reacts accordingly.
Does she also have a British accent, or does she have a different accent?
She does.
Okay.
She also has a British accent. It's actually like very interesting, just who their characters are like. Because it's very different with like Melanoe. Because like Melanoe is like very different from Zagreus in terms of like personality. In a way that's actually kind of funny. If I could explain, like, if you're all right with that.
I'm okay with that. Like just as long as it's like.
Like not any events.
Yeah.
Like that happen, but like just who she is in general.
Yeah.
Like it's like a. Because like the funny thing is like compared to Zagreus, like Melanoe is ironically like way like much more like her father. Just like she's way more like Hades.
Right.
Cause it's actually rather hilarious because like she says things that Hades would actually say if she were like talking to Zagreus, or like if he was talking to Zagreus. Because like it's like one character is like, that's the problem with you. Like you see the heart as some kind of muscle. There's no feeling behind it. And she's like, the heart is a muscle. And like that's the exact sort of thing like Hades would say, like if like Zagreus like pointed out, he's like that's the problem with you, father. Yeah, you see the heart is just some sort of muscle. He's like the heart is a muscle, boy.
the heart
like,
is a
she's
muscle,
very
boy.
like she is like very focused and like very literal, even to the point of like she kind of seems
Autistic.
I guess like. I wasn't going to say it because, like, you know, you don't have to be like autistic to be literal.
No,
but
you don't.
But that definitely is like the sort of vibe.
You don't have to be autistic to be literal. However, she 100% is autistic.
Yeah, I'd say like it could be on there, but also like it's also just from like her upbringing because like she was raised very differently from Zagreus.
Mm-hmm.
And like as a result, ironically, she became a lot more like focused on like, you know, busy work and stuff. Like Zagreus, you see like his bedroom is like completely messy, and he's like, I'll clean it up at some point. Whereas like Milanoa is way more like hung up on like everything being like tidy in her tent, to the point where like she's just exasperated by like her roommate potentially messing it up.
She has a roommate?
Yeah. I mean, I guess, like, who is she? I guess she's kind of like
That hand is slightly better.
Yeah, I guess, like, her roommate is Dusa. No, not Dusa. That's another person. No, Dora, that's her name.
Dora.
She's
like
much more
Pandora?
like, she's like, I don't know, maybe. Like, if she is, she's been, like, very vague on it. Like, she's kind of like an apathetic, like, shade. Like, who's just, like, just super unmotivated and everything. It doesn't even seem like she would even care if, like, Kronos did take it. He's like, I don't know. I guess it's fine.
Okay, and a little shout out to Idea Maker. Because this is his 5th stream in a row. Look at you.
Look at you,
Always love the music that it shows. I do think it's a little loud, like just generally. Honestly, I should have done a shout out for both Watchful and for Retro Gamer Kevin. Kevin, the great and mighty Kevin. Sorry. I wouldn't think that shades would be allowed outside of Hades.
There is like a reason for it, like because like there's like a whole because like it's kind of explained like because Kronos invaded like the underworld. Now there's like a lot of like shades who can't like get to where they're supposed to go and are sort of like stuck in Erebus. So, and also like a lot of the ones who are still loyal to like Hades and like the rest are like at the camp where like the Resistance is. That's like your main hub world.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, but all the others are just kind of like lost. There's even like a mechanic where you can like find random ones out in the world and like bring them back.
Any that we remember or no?
Well, like they're like a resource. Like you can find like a small shade, but also like you do have pets in this game.
We get pets.
Yeah, you get a bunch of different pets. Like you don't have like Cerberus is not at the camp, but like you find like a bunch of other like little pets.
But we don't get Cerberus anymore.
But he is not there at the start.
No, baby.
But you know what you do get?
What?
You get a frog. I love that frog.
Is it a cute frog?
He's a cute frog. He's like a.
Now I have to look it up. Hades.
He's a dopey frog.
2 frog.
I didn't think I would like.
Oh my god, I love him. I love his dumb little face. I want to protect his dumb little face every moment of my life.
There's a. there's like like you actually like your pets can help you like after like a ritual or so. And if you find enough of them, because you can find like the different animals throughout the world. And like Freenos' thing is that he doesn't really do anything, but if anything hits him, like nothing happens.
Right.
So like he just like tanks damage. It's actually like a rather interesting way to like avoid a certain attack.
Right.
It's like I think one of the only like foolproof ways of like avoiding it is to just let it hit Freenos, and it's just like, and he just doesn't care. He's like, eh.
But I want the big fluffy boy. He is such a good boy.
I think you can find like another dog.
But I want my three-headed boy.
It's the kind of forget what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's a big loss, but like, but there is like, I think there's also like a squirrel and a cat.
I'm allergic to cats.
Not in Hades.
Point.
Like, I'm actually also allergic to cats, but like, I haven't been allergic for a while. I think I've mentioned this before.
Yeah.
But like, I've only ever been allergic to certain cats. Like some cats, you know, I have no problem with. And then there was like the time when I went to my uncle's house and they were hosting some kittens, and I was completely like incapacitated.
You don't like that new kitty smell?
I guess not. Like, it was just like a whole thing.
To be fair, you're not actually allergic to the cat itself.
Like it's their danger, right?
Actually, no, it's their saliva.
Huh.
Very oddly specific thing to be allergic to. But yeah, like when you're allergic to cats, you're not actually allergic to them. You're allergic to their saliva. And the dander that travels with it, it just has the saliva in it. I will say one thing that's a time saver for this is the idea that I could just shade things and cover up like a lot of detail I work on, which is both a blessing and a curse, because it's like, oh, I don't have to do that much work, but also I did a lot of work.
Part of me kind of wants you to like try Space Station 14 at some point, but I want everyone to try it, so that really doesn't count.
Okay. Yeah, again, I think I might have to stick with it being like a line art tonight, because I can see the time, although I do think I could get like a rough out of this. Like a rough block. just to get the progress done. Again, I do really like this brush for Hades, even though it's not actually like very accurate to the type of brush they would use for this. It's a very clean brush what they use. It doesn't have a whole lot of texture, but I like the idea that actually this make should be a little covered more, because the couch that it's coming from is like a little lower. I like the roughness that it gives. It gives more like a pen. It looks more like a pen. And I do kind of like that. There we go. Now I can play with this a little more. Maybe get it to be about here. Oh no, I've captured part of the pen. The part of the feather. No, that's not what I want. There we go. Now we can cut. There we go. But yeah, I like it about here. Sounds good. I like the organic feeling of this pen for it, because I feel like it needs a very organic traditional art feel, and I feel like a clean pen can do that, and it gives like a lot of the illusion of a traditional piece. But I think that just having this rougher grain on the pen just makes it look so much more organic in a way that's much more interesting. Oh, when you said $70, I didn't actually think you paid me.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't actually think you paid. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I feel so rude. I didn't think you were. I thought you were joking.
No, I mean, in hindsight, it did seem like I was joking.
Yeah, it did. I'm sorry. I feel like a dick.
No, don't. That's funny. It's like, oh, you actually paid me. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. Something that's funny is sometimes I send gifts to like one of my friends, and then I forget to tell her that I actually sent it. So like one of them was like a cookbook, because like she like was alone for a while, and like she doesn't know how to cook anything. I sent her like a basic cookbook that my great aunt wrote. Yeah. For like, when you're like alone at college and stuff. And like I pretty much didn't. I don't think I told her until like either after it got there, or like a week after I just took a while. And then like I also gifted a stick fight to her when she was like away, like in Florida, because like it was $2 and everyone was getting it. Right. Yeah, I think I was looking at her face real quick just to see if I put too many wrinkles, but she's supposed to look, she's like younger than she is, but she's still like generally beautiful. Like she looks older than she is. Like she looks like she's on the wrong side of 40, but she's actually like 30 flat. But I think that this is like a good medium. She's been 25 for 12 years now. She's been 25 for 10 years now. Like, her love interest, by the way, horrible person, but so is she, so it's amazing. They have such great chemistry, and they've never once kissed or fucked. It's great. That's right. Because, like, it's a game, Yeah. Well, yeah, you can't like. Actually, what I was wondering is like, is the like love interest a player?
Okay, so what's funny about them is that she's considered a privateer in their world,
Yeah.
right? But she is very solely a pirate. And so she and like she is
Oh, he's a
ruined.
privateer.
No, he's not a pirate.
Oh no, I said he's a privateer.
No, he's not a privateer.
Okay.
He's like a socialite. He's like a business guy.
Okay.
And he and like she has ruined so many of his arranged marriages. It's almost just hilarious. Meanwhile, he has gotten her in so much trouble. And it's so funny because they're not malicious about it. This is just part of their game.
Yeah.
Let
It's the
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like it's the what's it called? No, but it's like consider this an early engagement. So you're a terrible pirate and you're a great woman. Are you gonna let me out of the jail? No.
Well, I'm glad that I stole this off of you anyway.
But it's like, how could you do this? You sank my previous fiance's ship to the bottom of the sea. It burned really nicely, didn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. That I 100% believe that's a conversation. You know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can get Vio into this so that we can talk about it because he loves to gush. Okay, talking about Jilma and Colin. Get your bitch ass over here, you whore.
Oh.
Alright, I can't at people on the computer when I'm doing it. When I'm doing stream, because I have it on stream mode. Hold on.
You can't.
Yeah, when you're on streamer mode on Discord, it doesn't... It like hides people's usernames in case you...
Can you
I
like,
can turn it off. I
yeah.
just did, but like it's... I prefer to have it...
What I was gonna say is, can you like private message him?
Yeah, I did private message him. That's why I added him as well. Because actually, I could probably like just message him on Telegram because he's more active there. It'd be much funnier.
But I don't really use like social media in general, but I definitely never like considered getting like Telegram. It always just seemed like a thing like people used in like foreign countries.
To be fair, most of my friends are foreign people.
Well, yeah, but I mean like I don't know, like I heard there's like a lot of spam on it.
There is.
Like, no, Guinevere, we don't zap or get random people in our park. Yeah, man, I was just reselling tickets. Thank you for next time.
I'm just gonna laugh if Vio actually shows up from me messaging him on Telegram. It'd be very funny. Okay. But yeah, I really like this brush. I think that this brush is very... I feel like I use this term a little too much, like even as somebody who's probably too old to actually use this phrase unironically. It's a vibe though.
Oh, it's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's the vernacular. You have to use it now. Like, what else would you say?
I don't know. I truthfully don't know. Is there ever, like, I still don't, you know what's something I don't understand? I don't know where this comes from. I don't get what 67 comes from.
I saw the meaning of it a little while ago, and I forgot. Also, it's 6-7.
I don't know what it means.
Okay. there is a thing behind it.
Also, I don't know if I care enough to know what it means. Like, it sounds like somebody was trying to be like, oh, you can't say 69, so you should say 67 instead.
I think it's referencing 67th Street in Chicago. And it was part of like a rap verse, a doot.
Beep beep, I'm a sheep. Beep beep beep, I'm a sheep.
God, so old.
Beep beep, I'm a sheep. Beep beep beep, I'm a sheep.
God, Mom.
But here's the thing, though. Do I care enough?
Probably not.
Probably not, yeah. Alright, let's see. So that's the line of it, though. Let's see if I can get, like, some shading in. Like, some of the black shading in. Just while I'm at it. Because at the very least, if I can't get the shading, the color done, I want this to at least look like Hades, and Hades tends to have, like... It's known for two things. It's known for color, and it's known for its shading. And luckily, the shading is particularly easy to do in approximately 45 minutes or less.
You bleeded.
You plebeian. You are right, she does kind of look like a boon keeper.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing.
Like it's definitely like, I think it's also like the fact that she's facing like the theoretical like player.
Yeah. There are definitely, like, there is gonna probably be a moment where I have to, like, look at the shading and go like, okay, how much of this is gonna be too much black? And how much of that is gonna be actually so fine because we're going to also be using like Terminator lines. I remember for the piece that I did for the art study initially that I had to like basically make up a texture that didn't exist in Hades because they don't really have like Afro textures that you can really like pull from. The closest is kind of Athena, but it doesn't really seem like it's a super stable image. Or like it's so like rigid and collected that you can't really play with it as much, I think is what I actually mean. Alright, and then I'm gonna just erase some of the lines here. Why did Breakfast Machine come to mind when I heard this music? I don't know. I don't even know what Breakfast Machine is. That's a bit from Family Guy. Oh, okay. I'm just ignorant then.
Well, it was originally from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, okay. I am just ignorant then.
Well,
And gullible.
I didn't remember. I had to Google it. Oh, this is looking sick. Yeah, it definitely has like a sort of comic book style.
Which is absolutely the point. So, I'm killing it right now. Thank you for the posture check. Let's see here. I just hope that this doesn't look like I'm overcompensating for anything.
I mean, the shading, like, I think my only thing I wonder is, like, if it would look the same if it were, like, actually colored in.
This is fair. I think that's a possible fear of mine here. But at the very least, because I have all the black coming in with in like a very, in a different, I have all this black coming in a different color, or in a different layer is what I mean, in a different layer. It definitely looks different than maybe it would be if I had just done it on the same layer as the line art.
I still like that. The Castlevania artist actually retweeted your thing.
I was so happy about that. I was just over the moon. Cause like I was just like, huh, this person just shared my work. Oh, that's cool. I wonder what their thing is. It's the art director of Castlevania. I was like, I'm sorry, your finest of pardons.
I mean, it was like, I feel like one of your best work at that point.
Yeah, I feel like now I have a better understanding of what that looks like. Like what maybe the things I wish I did for that piece. I do think constructurally it looks really great. It does show my shortcomings as far as like getting pieces are concerned. I want the implication. Of like a smile in there. Just a very subtle one. Because I feel like it's not quite as in the style as I wish it was. And then for this background, I do think that black would look best in this background. However, to keep it from looking just like I slapped a black background to the background, I'm just going to use, let's see here, where is the opening here? There's probably a few openings. Let's see here. Is there any other ones? No, is that the only one? Okay, cool. Watch, it's gonna be like 1,000 of them. Nope, it's still there.
I just saw like a Amazing Digital Circus fan art where it's like Ragatha and Pomni, but like in like the Three Musketeers style.
Like they're dressed
like
up
the
as
Disney-
the Three Musketeers, or like.
Well, Disney Three Musketeers specifically. Like,
Oh, I
is,
loved
like,
that
the-
one. I saw that one too, where it's like,
Yeah.
where it's like,
Pomni's
oh,
Mickey.
they're like, they're Mickey and Minnie, and you're like, ah. Okay, I think it's closed now.
I think one of the issues for I think one of the issues I have is that like for some reason all the best Amazing Digital Circus stuff on Reddit is like by the time I see it, it's already like almost a day has passed, so I can't like comment.
I don't know. I think that you can still comment.
I can comment, but it's not going to be seen. That's the whole thing.
Well, who cares? You got your point. You got your thing across. Shouldn't that be more of the issue?
I want it to be seen.
And?
You know, like and updated.
And up.
And also replied to.
I mean, like, some of that's
so
fair.
If I'm a day late, I mean, like if I'm a day late, then like it's like there's not gonna be any reply or like feedback. No one's gonna see it. It's just gonna be in the void.
It's just a void. I mean, that's.
Because like I don't reply to people like a day later.
I do.
It just doesn't happen. I mean, sure. Maybe I should just like.
Just to play with it.
I feel like most people just like read a thread unless they're like hot on unless they're just like hot on the topic.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
Why am I
feel
thinking
like
of this music and thinking of like instead of Halloween, it's giving Harry Potter.
It is Harry Potter, actually.
I thought so. I was like listening to you going like, yeah, there's no way this is getting monetized. I'm like listening to you going like, what the fuck are you putting on?
Yeah, that's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I like it. That's fine. Whatever. I actually don't care.
Oh, this looks really sick, actually. Like, I almost don't want to color any more of this. But I know it'll also look really sick once I color all of it.
Oh yeah, I definitely get it.
Alright, let's get a bit darker lines here. I know this is not how a Terminator line would really work here. But
what is like a Terminator line? Because I'm only thinking of like, you know, the robot Terminators.
Right. So Terminator lines are basically a point between the light and the dark where it doesn't quite match either color. That basically, how do I put it? You know how like on skin, your skin tends to be like a different color than like your actual skin is when put up against a light. And then there's like a different line of color that comes between the light and the dark on that. That's kind of the Terminator line. It's like this imaginary line that like instead of it coming off like, oh, this is light, this is dark, this is like just beyond the gradient to build it up a bit more. I could probably look it up and have a better, because I actually explained this earlier, but I forgot. Terminator line art. Okay, here it is. Yeah, a Terminator line is the transition zone between light and dark, a dark band between two meeting light sources, separating light and shadow.
I see.
Yeah. It's like, it's not quite dark, it's not quite light. It's this in-between, and the way that Hades uses it, they use it as a way to build make a really interesting image. Hold on, let me get one of the images here. Alright, let's try this. So, like, they have the shadow here, like the darkest shadows, and then, like, regular shadows, but then you see, like, this is where the light source is, right? And you see there's, like, at least 2 layers of color between the darkest of darks and the lightest of lights, and that's kind of your Terminator line. And now that I think about it, this would, yeah, I don't like this color for the Terminator line here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make this. I'm gonna make this color, these colors reversed real quick. Or hold on. Maybe let's do a tonal saturation. Make it more saturated, a little darker. And I think brighter saturation actually would work better for this. And then slight lumot. There we go. That's what we want. That's the meal ticket. Alright. And then let's use a mixing pad here. Give it like a blue here. Kind of give it that ocean feel. There we go. And let's see how that works. Let's try here. Oh yeah, that's much better. There we go. Get that sickly, kind of bluish green teal. And then let's intensify these greens. Yeah, that's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, definitely.
Let's see here. And let's go back to Jilma real quick. And I got a little bit of time left, so let's see if I can get these colors to look the way I want them to. This is gonna be initially very... let's see. Let's get the shading out of here real quick. Just to get the baseline here. Now, obviously, the color's not going to be the same. I would say that it would
I feel like
definitely...
it'd be shaded. It'd have some green shading to it.
Yeah, it will. That's definitely going to be a thing. But I think just to keep it from looking too one or the other, it might come out a little bit blue, like this bluish green. In addition to that, it probably isn't going to end up looking like that in the end anyway, but at the very least I can get something started and then we can call it a night. Let's see here. Blend, bitch. There we go. And then...
Will it blend?
It will blend! I'm like locked in. Let's see here, this pale. It's gonna turn a little more yellow, probably from this. Leaning on green, but it's definitely gonna be a bit more yellow. I also have to keep in mind that some of these colors are gonna stay the same, some of these colors are gonna come out a little different. Okay, I also have to be mindful of that line art. There we go. Baby, bye, 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 bye. Thank you, Atman. How's it going? But it ain't no lie. Baby, bye, 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 bye.
Is this like the third raid?
Yeah, this is the third raid.
I feel like Thursday night's where it's at.
Yeah, apparently, like, nighttime is just, like, when everybody is awake. Enough.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, honestly, like, who sleeps anymore?
Yay! Thank you for the raid, man. How you doing? How's your stream? Are you good? If you have to stream and run, that's totally fine. Or raid and run, that's totally fine. Get your food, get your sleep. Life on social media prevents us from sleeping. This is true. This is definitely true. I'm trying not to like do that as much, especially when I have to go to sleep. But I do think that it's been a good time. This has just definitely been interesting to have have so many people. Oh, that might be too green. Oh, that might. Hold on, let me look at the shade with it. Yeah, that's definitely too green. Let's see. Let me lean on the yellow a little bit. A little better. This is gonna be one of those tonal correction things. Alright. Despite a massive crash, I was able to recover. That's awesome! But now getting ready to go pick brother up from the train station. Alright, you have a good day! Buenas noches!
Is that, like, part of her face? Like, is that supposed to be her hair?
Which one?
The sort of droopy thing over her right eye.
The droopy thing over her right eye. That's an eyebrow.
No, if you're like over her right eye. You have to like zoom in. Oh, there's nothing there. I forgot. That's right. It's shaded.
Yeah.
But, like from a distance, it kind of looked like a piece of her hair, like like drooped over the eye.
Right. Okay.
I was just wondering if it was like colored in.
Any less saturated? There we go. That's better. She's super pale, but under this green light, it's gonna look a little different. It's gonna come off like a bit of a tan. But once we build it up, it's gonna look different. The same is going to go with her shirt. Let's see here. I forgot to introduce myself. Hi, Raiders! I'm Crimson Glow. I am an artist. I draw various OCs. I do a lot of fan art. This month, I'm doing OC Tober, and we're actually finishing up our piece tonight. It's going to be... This is Jilma. She is my D&D character, and and I am drawing, and today for OC Tober, it's the 30th, so it's video game AU. In this case, she is a character from, she is in the style of Hades right now.
And it's coming on quite nicely. There's actually more shading, but it's disabled at the moment.
I am very excited about this, actually. This is like some pretty sick stuff, actually.
What are you gonna do for the Halloween?
It is a free choice day, so I have no fucking idea.
But it's also a Halloween costume.
Yeah, it's either Halloween costume or a free day.
That reminds me. I have to go to work in my Halloween costume, which is not going to be the spaceman costume.
Aww, boring. Boo.
I mean, yeah, I know, but it's not ready yet. It's not done. Like I need.
You always say that.
No, but like it's not done. It's not like I have to glue fans on it. I have to like find parts of a costume that would like gel well with it, and the things that I got do not. So yeah, not the year. I'll fine tune it for next year.
Nyeh. Boring.
I'm going as the knight again.
And?
I did show that before, right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I guess it's boring. But it's what I wore. It's what I wore on Wednesday.
Alright. To be fair, I haven't I didn't get a Halloween costume at all. I am going to be using my cosplay, which is actually work appropriate.
Okay. Well, as long as it's work appropriate.
Yeah, because I have to go into work. To be fair, what I wore today wasn't work appropriate, but also we don't have patience. So it's not nearly as bad if I wear something slightly work inappropriate, just as long as I don't come in naked.
Yeah.
I had like a midriff, but that's not that bad.
I even did this in my room.
It's actually been pretty cold lately, I'm not gonna lie. Usually I'm much warmer in that one, but like it was cold. So
What was
the belly was not happy.
Like, what was the cosplay?
The cosplay is gonna be Yor. I didn't cosplay today, I'm cosplaying tomorrow.
Well, yeah, well, today is tomorrow at the moment.
Right.
Right.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Let's hear.
I think the good thing, at least for me at the moment, is that my costume is currently I can have a lot of layers for it. Like I have I wear a long sleeve shirt for that one, which I never do otherwise.
Let's hear. I think I'm gonna lean a little more orange. This looks insane. I want to point out this looks insane. It will make sense with the color that's happening, but it will look insane initially. I'm also gonna shade this with the little bunny foot, rabbit's foot. Let's see here. And then the rest of this chair. I'm gonna stick with this leather look that I have in this original picture. And then I'm gonna darken this mahogany a little bit. Mahogany. It's mahogany. Here. Actually, this should probably look a little darker. Slight desaturation and maybe it's a little too close. There we go. Pops better. Again, some of these colors are gonna look insane. I promise you they're not as insane as you think they might be. Or maybe they are and I'm just deluding myself.
The colors are coloring.
The colors are coloring. The colors are a vibe. Na, 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 na. Oh yeah, no, this is looking sick. I had to test it out for a quick second. Nah, it's looking good. So insane that it's genius? Maybe. Mayhaps. Mayhaps, little pig. Mayhaps. It actually doesn't look all that insane anymore. It's cooking. It's cooking. It just looks kind of weird. Because, you know, it doesn't have the shades on it. I'm also kind of trying to take my friend Deadman's advice when it comes to the colors, because like some of the colors, my color choices aren't bad. It's just that I don't necessarily regard how colors change under different light, and that can sometimes like mess me up.
I could see that. Like it's I mean, I feel like I can only assume like how things would go.
Like there are certain things that would happen. Like this yellow is gonna look different with this lighting. This top is gonna have like a different hue to go with. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna just turn green. Like everything's not gonna necessarily have a green tint to it. But everything will have like a form of reaction around the fact that it's green now. I also have to keep in mind that some of these colors are aren't going to need to be pushed too. Like this color is a little too close to the gauntlets here, so I'm gonna need to like just push the saturation of those and maybe make them a little more yellow or darker to make them pop out more. There we go. It kind of reminds me of like of when like people do the black and white makeup, right?
I think so.
If you don't know, black and white movies tended to color their stuff differently. In like
Yeah. Right.
So like it'll look really crazy. Like it'll be like, oh, this color is now, in order to make it look red or imply red, it'll look like in real life it'll be like brown. Or like sometimes the people have talked about like it looking blue to a degree.
Look, cows don't look right on camera. You gotta use horses. What happens if you need horses? We usually just tape a bunch of cats together.
Yeah, but it'll seem that crazy, but it comes out really well, and then they have to take advantage of the fact that you can't really see on like certain mediums all that well.
I think there was like a clip that was going around of like each like region's different reaction to like color TV becoming a thing. Mm-hmm. Like the official Switch. Yeah. And like some of them had like really like some of them had like a really basic like, you know, cut the ribbon and there's color. I think Australia did a whole skit where like it was slowly turning to color and like they would like swim underneath it. Yeah. Like one would be color, one would be like black and white. It was, I found that charming. Yeah. And also, yeah. Yeah, I think like if I recall, I think it was like France like didn't even try. Like one moment, like they presented it where like one moment there's a bunch of people standing around, black and white, and like in the next moment it's just in color. Like there's no showmanship of any kind.
Damn. Can't even guarantee like something.
The headphones make things so loud sometimes. Like I was watching a Reddit clip and I got barraged with sound immediately.
Right. Let's see here. Let's see how it looks. No. Okay. I might have to put some shading here in the middle. But before I do, I'm going to just add this color for the middle here. And then make this like a brown leaning into the red. And then let's make this part about the same color. As this. Make it about the same colors. No, it needs to pop. Let's make it the same color as this. Make it imply metal. There we go. And then very back of these. So because I'm lazy. I think that's the real go-to phrase here. Because I'm lazy and I don't wanna. I'm just gonna do this, and then instead of like actually showing like what colors these would be, I'm gonna kind of give them their own light source.
I mean, if you don't want to, that could be lazy, but like otherwise, it's just efficiency.
Exactly. I'm gonna give those that. And I think because you're red, I think you need to be kind of gold now. Yeah. And then these feathers could be the same color. Take out this shading here. There we go. And let's do this. Do this. And then last bit, I'm gonna do these eyes. Let's see how they do the eyes in actual Hades. Thank goodness I had a close-up.
I've got eyes that can see right through there.
Right. And let's see here. I'm going over a little bit, but honestly, it's not too bad. This is actually a very deep brown. I'm gonna kind of give it this cooler color here. Because the eyes are just a little more... I swear I saw his eyes move. Or did you? Do I have the eyes in this? No. In this reference, I don't. Do have it here. And I did borrow a little bit from Hades when it came to this. But instead of it being like... And then this is just my own personal touch. I like to give the lightest color in the iris. And the reason I do that is because I really like that look, that it almost looks more alive when I do that. And I really like the idea that it looks at you and it's like got this shine in their eye.
It kind of like it definitely has shine, like a gradient.
And then let's give her a nice smile. And I'm gonna keep the smile white, despite the fact that teeth do tend to change color depending on where they are.
I noticed you do that actually a lot with like you turn what was lips into like teeth.
Well, that's because it's not their teeth. Lips are around the teeth.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was like, it almost kind of looks like repurposing of like what was like a closed mouth and turning it into like an open one by like painting over it.
Yeah, I have a tendency to like I tend to build the smile around I build the form of the smile, and then I kind of like allow the lips to kind of come from where the shape of the mouth is. So sometimes I like to give them kissy lips. They're big, voluminous. They're big and voluminous, and I don't have them.
I think I remember you gave like my OC wrongly some kissy lips.
Yeah, they were in fact kissy lips. It's not something I try to do. It's just something that I do generally.
I mean, for that character, he definitely needed like kissy lips.
Yeah. All right. There she is. I will probably finish the shading at a different time, but I do really love how this one turned out. it's fun. It's kind of interesting. The shading is the color for this is definitely informing the colors that would show up here, but I do think that I relatively stuck to what I think she would look like in this style.
I feel like there's definitely like some additional stuff to do, but I think it's mostly done.
Yeah, it's just like a matter of like getting the shading done and like some like finer details.
I think you need another color, unless you don't.
Oh no, I do this.
Okay.
So I will do something like an add layer.
Oh, actually, that first layer did pretty well.
Well, the reason why is because I want the signature to still show.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I said like it was kind of brighter than it was actually all the way visible.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right, that's it. There she is.
Nice.
Hope you guys like Jilma. She is one of my favorites to like draw or like come up with stories about. And this is specifically her in the Hades style. Specifically from the first Hades game, although I am told by Moth that actually it kind of looks very similar to the style
like
of
the
like
Hades
2.
like,
Yeah.
The Hades 2 like boon offering that style.
Yeah.
In terms of framing, but if nothing else.
All right, and then let me save. Let's see, save as, and then we're gonna go to pictures. We're gonna go to stream. Let's see, where's my stream art? There it is. Let's see. Hades. All right, so. Yeah, that's for one night. Yeah, imagine what I can do when I do one full illustration instead of multiples at once. So let's see. Now it's time to raid. So let's see what we got to raid.
I'll be honest. I could probably like get used to like Thursday nights.
Let's see here. Like I'll do the once a month thing. But I do also think that this really looks good for like a this looks good for like a Halloween post as well, which is also kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know what? Dead Bunny looks like she's drawing some spicy Halloween stuff. So, oh damn. Never. Yeah, no, this is spicy. She's a pretty lady. All right, yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it caused a little bit of chaos. I think I don't know how long the Dead Bunny is gonna be out, but like, yeah. The boobies. Bye.
It's good practice.